Hey, Monkey Butt Nation, thanks for being here. We got Pat Dallaire from Two Wheels, One Love and the Rider Up Fund from Oregon on the line with us today. We're going to talk to him a little bit about his organization and some of the cool stuff they're doing up in Oregon. Hey, Pat, how's it going?
Hey, good, man. Thanks for having us on the air.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. You know, the couple things that we thank you for. First off, thank you for the T-shirts and everything. We really love them, and we've been wearing them. And we got the website up on the screen as we're talking as well. But I wanted to get with you a little bit and find out and let our listeners know what you're doing up in Oregon, man. It's what is this? What is this Two Wheels One Love thing?
Well, I tell you, it started back. I'm a self-employed contractor. It started back when the economy kind of took a crash, and I was looking for a place to volunteer, and specifically motorcycle related, and there was nothing. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start a little something here, and start helping out riders. And it just evolved into a motorcycle apparel, and then the fun started after that. So that's the basis of how it started. I went up on the chalkboard and drew the logo, and we stuck with it, and kind of took off.
Oh, that's cool. Well, we've been playing your video, the 3-minute video where for a couple weeks now. I think it's hilarious. Okay, Big Mike doesn't think it's so funny because of playing with guns and things because he figures some retard would actually think it was bulletproof. But we really love the video. It's the humor behind it. What I want our listeners to really know is tell them who you're actually shooting.
That is my future brother or son-in-law. My daughter and him are getting married in like in 6 months.
Okay, so you're getting all that frustration out before he actually becomes family.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun day. It was exciting.
You know, every future father-in-law wants to do that to their future son-in-law. Shoot him in the chest twice.
Yeah, he's a great kid, though. I'll tell you that, man. He's really good.
And he's an Army veteran, correct?
His dad was a ranger. He's not. He's never been in the service. It was a prop at that point in time. But
okay.
That's what it was. Kind of a Army versus Navy guy. That's why I shot him. He kept pissing me off.
I saw that. That's funny. That's funny. So the Two Wheels One Love is basically an apparel organization. Okay.
Right. Yeah, we're just casual apparel. We've got some really nice jewelry that's custom made here locally. Some ride bells and bracelets and necklaces and a few other things. But kind of small at this point in time. But everything that gets sold, we donate a little. We throw a little bit into the fund.
Okay. Well, is that the Rider Up Fund?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Well, tell us about the Rider Up Fund because I think this is actually pretty cool.
So the Rider Up Fund started, like I said, the premise back when I started Two Wheels One Love was like, okay, I need to find somebody I can donate money to. I can just put money in their pocket and they can help people because I didn't have all that set up, right? So
well, it's hard to vet out all the scams out there, isn't it?
There's so much. It's crazy. It's like I did a lot of market research. I took classes. I did a lot of market research. And what I found out is when I called the firefighters in New York City and talked to this guy that has the Terry Fund set up for the firefighters that lost their lives and their family in the Twin Towers, I talked to him and he's like, "Fucking A, Pat, these scumbags are gonna crawl out underneath the rocks and take your money. So you gotta watch, typical New York attitude style." And I love it. I was like, "Yeah, man, I got you." And he's like, "Anytime you need some advice, you call me." And so it took me a while, and I was rolling along, doing some shows and doing some motorcycle events and doing the races and things like that, setting up as a vendor, getting a lot of attention, but I had no place to put the money. I was like, okay, I got some money in the bank. What am I going to do with it? And that's when Amvets kind of knocked on my door and it's like, what are you doing? And we got together with them, set up the program. They adopted it, and we're kind of under their wings to a certain degree with their 501c3 status. And that's where we're at. We're just putting programs together right now so they can be there's chapters throughout the U.S. So these chapters are going to be on board with us doing fundraising for the fund.
Well, actually, we want our listeners to know those of you guys out there in Monkey Butt Nation know, there's the American Legion and the VFW, and we hear about those organizations. Amvets is actually an older organization than both of those. And aren't they the only congressionally approved or sanctioned or something like that veterans organization?
That's correct. We have people up on the Hill that are fighting for different things for all of us veterans. But if you go on their website, it's amazing the work that they do. It's crazy amazing. They're out there in every community almost. Mm-hmm. And And
You
for
know,
the Amvet Riders just started in 2008, I believe, and they're spreading like wildfire. So right now we're working with Amvets, and so the fund is for Amvet Riders at this point. And to join Amvets is only like $15 a month, and you wouldn't believe you get a lot of benefits from discounts on car rentals to hotels to whatever. But you also are an Amvet rider, and you know what you get. You're in the program. So if you get hurt, you're in need. You fill out the application, send it to us, and we help you whichever way we can.
oh well, so you're basically you're a veteran, and it's something that we didn't hit on yet. But you're a Navy veteran from the Vietnam era. So first
Right.
off, welcome home.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
you know, you're a member of AMVET. So basically, you're doing this and found an organization of your own to help your own.
Correct.
Also,
Correct.
you know what?
Yep.
And that's all it's about. We take care of our own.
Yep. No,
That,
absolutely.
you know, as veterans and as bikers too, or as motorcyclists, motorcycle enthusiasts, or whatever you want to call it.
Absolutely, and it's we're a family in two different directions. We're military and we're riders, and
Hmm.
when we come together as one, we've got a lot of power. And there's a shitload of military organizations out there, clubs or whatever, that eventually we're just going to be getting a hold of them, and hopefully we can all just be one group, and everybody will be part of this program. That's what our goal is.
You know, if you go down to the VFW, or I mean, go down to the VA, and you know the
Mhm.
whole scandal and everything. Phoenix here is right in the middle of it, but you have the VFW down there. You have the American Legion down there. You have AMVETS is down at the VA, and the Disabled American Veterans. Those are the four main organizations that will do things pro bono for veterans to help them with their paperwork for disability, to get appointments, things like that. They're an advocate for those veterans who can't do things for themselves at the VA, and a lot of people didn't know that. So, you know, the organization that you've aligned with is really not only helping riders, but it's helping veterans across the country as well.
Oh, it's amazing, Mike. It's absolutely amazing. They've got I forget the name. I'm sorry, but I forget the name of the camp. I think it might be called Camp Hope. I'm not absolutely 100% sure, and I think it might be in Kentucky. But it's for veterans coming back, and they have a place to go, and it's just this beautiful place. You can go and just chill for whatever amount of time, get some rehabilitation, get some counseling, and just kind of like you're not back in the city automatically. You know what I mean? You go there, and they just take care of you. And they've got
Decompression.
just a ton of stuff. They've got 22 everyday set up. That's with another program, and it's believe it or not, 22 veterans a day commit suicide, and
Oh yeah.
they're trying to take care of that, trying to knock that number down.
Well, we've talked about that a lot.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that a lot. It's where you know the three of us here, or the four, including Monkey Wrench as well. You know, we're all about battle buddies, and it's the Army term.
Yep.
I love being a Marine. We don't have that term. It's just hey, a fellow Marine. But
Yep.
the term battle buddy is so important in the veteran community that you know you know take care of your battle buddy. Take care of your battle buddy. You're in charge of watching that person's back all the time.
Yep.
And there's actually a group here in the Phoenix area. It's the Arizona Battle Buddies, and it's guys and men and women who have come back and joined together on Facebook. And within like a 3 to 5 mile radius, they'll get together and they'll go on a ride, or they get together for lunch with the kids. And they may not know each other or have served together, but they know that there's a guy two blocks down that he served about the same time I did, maybe in a different theater. But
Mhm.
if I have problems, I can go talk to somebody who
Yep.
understands. And that's
Yep.
what it's about. It's watching each other. So those type of things don't happen because suicide can be prevented.
Yeah. I
But
agree. I have,
but so many veterans don't have a place, or don't have somebody that they can turn to.
well, each chapter in the Am in the each there's a member on each chapter of the Amvets that's considered a crisis counselor, and you can call and talk with them. So if say if there's somebody out there that's listening wants or needs some assistance of any kind, you can go on the website and just look at all the services that they have, and it's amazing. And every veteran should know this.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? We're taping the interview, the talk with today, but we'll actually put the AMVETS website up on the screen as we're talking, and actually put kind of a disclaimer at the end with some of the organizational phone numbers, because this is really important. Now, tell us about the Mission 950 campaign. What's that all about?
So what we did, we were trying to conjure up a way to raise money quickly because we didn't have any because you're kind of responsible. Let me back up. It was me and two partners that kind of got the whole thing together after Amvets approached us. And so Mike Kelly, who is here in Portland, he's a non-vet. He runs a media company, and he's a writer. Unfortunately, he is laid up right now from getting rear-end from a distracted driver.
Oh, I hate those.
And then my friend Ken Engelman, who I met at one of the international motorcycle shows, he is the director of business development for BMW Motorcycle Owners of America. And he's a non-vet also. But both of those guys were just into it. And so we developed this operating system and the website and everything. And we got it passed through Amvets within 6 months, along with Gary Carver, who was the president at the time. So with those guys, we just got it all through, and then we were like, okay, we don't have any money. What are we going to do? And we just let's have a T-shirt. So we got to do this, and we came up with Mission 950, and we're putting it out to all the riders. It's getting ready to launch really soon, so we're putting it out to all the Amvet riders. And if it comes through successfully, we'll have a bunch of money to help a bunch of people.
How did you come up with the number 950?
It was a number we had to put together. Like, we want to sell 950 shirts, and it's going to create this amount of money, and we'll be able to help this amount of people.
Awesome. Is that on your website? How that's broken down?
No.
Okay. What's your goal on the funds raised? So how much money do you want to raise?
Well, you know what? We had in our first couple of board meetings, we're like, oh, we can raise $250,000 in a year. Well, that was a lofty thought, but if we can get up to $50,000 between now and the end of our drive, which is next spring, it'll just perpetuate and just keep the momentum rolling, and we'll be able to just keep the fund funded. But we also get through National Amvets, we also get an allotment, and plus $2 of the Amvet Riders membership comes to us, so that's an extra $6,000 a year. But that's just a little teeny drop compared to what we really, really need. So we're right in the middle of doing the launch for the 950, but we're also putting together programs where all the chapters out there throughout the United States. Florida has like 15 chapters, I think. Texas has, because all the sunny states have more chapters.
Of course.
So getting them involved to put on fundraisers, and that's what our goal is, to get everybody involved. And the thing is, it's like 5 years ago, we're like, if every rider put in $1, I mean, we're talking about every rider, vet, non-vet, whatever. If every rider put in $1 in the U.S., we'd have more money than we need to help people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have statistics on how many riders are out there, how many bikes get sold a year, all this stuff. I don't have it in front of me, but there's a lot. If we can get the dealers involved, like, hey, can you guys pitch in $1 every time a bike is sold? There's just a lot of potential.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, if your listeners, if there's anybody out there that has any ideas, our ears are open.
Okay. Actually, we'll actually put the website up on the screen as well. How long is this Mission 950 campaign going to last? When is the launch date? Today is September 23rd. Okay.
I think I'll have to talk with Rich. He's behind it all, but I believe it's in 3 weeks, and then it goes till springtime. Okay.
So that's awesome. So I think the marketing folks who are helping you say that it's actually going to launch this week, the airing of this interview. So it's going to go from now until spring. So that's a great time, especially these long sleeve shirts.
I think
as
it's
well.
perfect.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they're quality shirts too.
With the apparel company, Two Wheels One Love, like I said, we donate up to 20% of the profit for everything we sell. We're getting ready to have our launch ourselves, just taking care of our summer gear and all that. So we'll put that out there too.
Awesome. Also, the campaign is going to go through the holiday season. So buying these shirts for Christmas would not only serve just as a great present for those who ride. To keep them warm in the wintertime, but also a great way to make a difference for a good cause.
Well, it's like the last show we did, and I was a swap meet, I think it was a couple months ago. We had people that were non-vets buying the shirts just to support veterans.
Oh, absolutely.
And it was just, it was just like, it just felt right.
Tell me, how much did the shirt sell for? through the website?
$35.
That's not bad.
No, and they're kind of busy. They got a lot of stuff on them.
No, I think whoever did your design did a good job, man.
Yeah. Well,
So,
it was a collaborative effort for the Rider Up logo and all that, and it turned out great. I mean,
awesome.
it kind of says it all. You got the sunshine coming at you, and let's go.
Well, we talked a little bit about Two Wheels, One Love. We talked a little bit about the Rider Up, and you being a veteran. But do you ride as well?
Oh, of course, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of the questions that we always ask our guests: what was your first motorcycle?
Oh God, what was it? It was a 1969 Suzuki 80.
Dirt bike.
Yeah,
Nice.
dirt bike. Well, I had a headlight. I think I tore it off or something. Yeah.
Oh, so you were chopping bikes way back then.
Oh yeah, yeah. You heard all that heavy stuff. But no, I've ridden. I think I could probably. I can't even count on both hands how many bikes I've had and different kinds. Right now, I'm riding the KTM's. I still ride dirt. I don't go quite as fast as I used to, but I still love it.
Nice.
But I've ride the KTM 1000. It's kind of I call it my sport dirt bike. So you can still get up and move and still get out there and cruise the dirt roads. So
Is that their? You talking about their dual sport?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We were looking at that. That's a nice bike.
It's really nice. If you're tall, it's great. If you're not, it sucks because I'm tippy-toed on it. I'll tell you that. And I've tipped over. I'm like, God damn it, here I go again. Boom, hit the ground.
Okay. Wow. Well, cool. I'd like to keep in touch with you throughout the course of this campaign that
Oh,
you're
that'd be
doing,
great.
and maybe you come back on for just some little snippets of how it's progressing, and then at the end or when you reach your goal,
Okay.
hopefully it's right after the first of the year, and you can continue on through the spring. But you got any plans on coming down to Phoenix for anything?
My girlfriend's daughter, actually now she's my fiance as of last week.
Oh, congratulations!
So thank you. Her daughter lives down there, so so she goes down there quite a bit. So she's like, "You got to come with me." I was like, "No, I'm cool. I'll go." So yes, I do.
Okay, well,
I'd love to.
just to give you a heads up, the Progressive International Motorcycle Show will
Mhm.
be here in Phoenix in November. Okay.
Really? So they switched it up then?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So here's an idea. Why don't you come down in November so you can get out of the cold of Oregon,
Okay. Gotcha.
and we can actually have you in studio, and talk about this a little bit more too, and just kind of a.
Okay. No, let me check that out. I right now my November is totally clear because generally they're in Long Beach in November and then they move around. And I've done the shows. I've been my apparel company's been in the Seattle shows. But when I first started researching the whole idea of starting up an apparel company, I flew down to Long Beach and I didn't have a business card. I didn't have anything. I just started talking to people, and right away they're like, "No, we like the idea a lot. Keep in touch."
And I can get you in touch with the folks over at Arizona Bike Week as well.
Okay, no, that'd be way cool, Mike.
Yeah. So we really appreciate you, Pat. Appreciate what you're doing and giving back to not only the biker community, or the rider community, but to the veteran community. It's the whole purpose of taking care of our own. It's we have a motto here at Monkey Butt Radio. It's kind of the biker creed. It's be good to one another and don't be a dick. Everything boils down to that.
I live by a couple of different ones, man. I want to live free and do good, and that's what I'm trying to do.
There you go.
And not every motorcycle rider I've ever met is like my brother or my sister, but you know what? 99.9 are, and it's the way it is.
Yep. So.
I mean, I stop, and if I see somebody on the side of the road, I stop. I'm like, hey, man, you need a hand? Need anything? Nope, we're good, or whatever. So.
That's the be good to one another. So.
Yep,
well, cool, man.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you.
Thanks for having us on, and I'll be coming down and seeing you guys.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. Monkey Butt Radio. That is Pat with Two Wheels, One Love, and Rider Up Fund. Check out the websites. Check out the organization. Buy one of these cool T-shirts. I mean, it's a great T-shirt, great cause. The funds are going to an awesome cause. It's be good to one another. So, thanks again, Pat. And we'll Monkey Butt Radio. We'll be back in.